Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is Monday, June 10th, 2019, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today, we see a quality of life update for smithing. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, as I said, it's a quality of life update for smithing. A couple of changes have been made to make the skill a little bit more enjoyable, so let's jump into it. So first and foremost, we had a couple of changes to make the skill more AFK. You are now able to have multiple unfinished items at once. Once you complete an item, you start working on another unfinished item straight away. The progress per swing for no, low, and medium heat has been increased. Taking a look at armor spikes, Jagex has created upgraded armor spikes. They have a 10% chance to deal 10 times the damage of regular armor spikes. In order to create these, you'll need 1,000 original armor spikes and a bar of concentrated alloy. Don't forget, if you're wielding a shield alongside armor spikes, you deal double the damage. Next up, we have an upgraded auto heater. You can find this at the Dungeoneering shop for 40k tokens. What this will do is it has a toggle option to overheat mode, which will reheat your item to 60% when it reduces down to 0 heat at the cost of 50 coal. Next up, we have spiked armor. Not to be confused with the armor spikes, this is a cosmetic addition to the custom fitted trimmed masterwork armor. It will cost you 1 glorious bar per piece of armor, and again, it's just purely cosmetic. Next up, we have a script optimization for the mining skill. A lot of this is all under the hood and tweaking the script to make it run smoother, but these changes have led to approximately 30% performance increase. From our point of view, the only change that we'll notice is that rock opportunities now jump to a rock up to 6 squares away instead of 8 squares away. And finally, stone spirits have been addressed ever so slightly. In the Telos boss fight, rune stone spirits have been replaced with small bladed rune salvage, and the adamant stone spirits have been upgraded to rune stone spirits. In God Wars 2 as a whole, the frequency of Necroid and Phasmatite stone spirits have been reduced across all of those bosses. And that is it for the bulk of your main game update. We're going to switch over to the patch notes and see exactly what's been changed there, so let's go ahead and check it out. A couple of mobile and NXT changes. Fixed an issue where loading screens could sometimes get stuck. Fixed a crash on Nokia 8s that prevented startup of the application. Some shader issues impacting the Google Pixel phones has been resolved. Fixed an issue with shadows. Fixed an issue with phones not defaulting to correct settings. An issue causing particle effects to disappear when swapping focus on a mobile device has been resolved. An issue causing crashes on mobile devices when logging in has been resolved. Optimized animation data for mobile devices. Fixed some issues around right-clicking on PC and tap and hold actions on mobile. An issue with strike-through text, where previously misaligned, has been resolved. Fixed a long-standing issue with swapping items between inventories. Fixed a potential crash when locations changed states. Moving on to other patches, the Ultra Elite chest awarded for completing all 3 elite dungeons in a row is now named accordingly. An issue with free-to-play players gaining members-only items at the dig site has been fixed. Dig site workmen now play punching animation after a pickpocket failure. The secondary action bar can no longer be accessed in Legacy Combat mode. When selecting an additional action bar in Legacy Interface mode, it will no longer disappear when changing to EOC interface. Divine Bane Rock description no longer overlaps the member's object text when one on Treasure Hunter. The Ring of Forging now works when smelting using ore stored in an ore box. Players with older Premier Club memberships should now get login messages that make sense when they have older items to collect. PC terminology has been improved from the Bonds interface. Further improvements to loading screens have been made based on player feedback. Various existing skilling outfits, including the factory outfit and XP boosting outfits, now have set effect tooltips. Various combat equipment sets now have set effect listed in the tooltips. Depositing an item in your box with a bank search prompt open no longer closes the search box. Logging out with unclaimed rewards from Rush of Blood will no longer cause a disconnection. Clue scrolls thieved from ham members will now be placed directly in Charos' clue carrier. An issue stopping group members from teleporting to Barrels Rise 6 has been fixed. Dungeoneering fragments will now be removed correctly when creating a full Dungeoneering outfit. Reaching invention level milestones will no longer trigger divination achievements. An issue causing the Merethel's stave override to appear twice in a player's wardrobe has been fixed. Chicken egg unchecked is now a member's only item. Fixed a typo in Mandarith's tip for slaying gargoyles. Activating a Slayer gem while on task for Mandarith now contacts him instead of another Slayer master. Players who had a full tool belt and weren't having the Get Tooled Up achievement unlocked will now find that they have had it unlocked on the next login. There's a strange edge case related to One Small Favor, which gives the key ring as a reward. Sparkles and Corgi pets now work correctly in free-to-play. The invention materials window has been made into an overlay, meaning you can disassemble your items and see the interface update in real time. For mobile users, you can now tap the inventory material to see a full description of said material. Camouflage fragments will now be more consistently removed from the player under certain scenarios. Gemstone fragments will clear correctly when owning all Golem outfit pieces. And finally, the bubble blower has been made into a two-handed item, so it no longer causes some weird animation issues when an offhand item is equipped. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below if you want to head over there and check them out for yourself. Go on over there and do so. With that, we'll wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.